Casting from the bow into a school of spinner dolphin and yellowfin tuna, Captain Jimmy Nelson has just hooked onto another fish, and this time on a Yo-Zuri bull popper.
And I was just screaming and yelling because I was so excited to see that fish hit that topwater lure. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Did you see that fish crush that Yo-Zuri popper? Oh my gosh! Doesn't get much better than a topwater bite. Woo! So I worked that tuna to the back of the boat and started fighting him from the back of the boat because it was a lot more stable up there. It was very rocky in the front of the boat with the boat swaying from side to side. I could definitely tell that it was a much larger fish than the first three that we caught. Wow, he is digging down. And that fish was just pulling down, and I was pulling up on it and just giving it everything I had to get that fish close to the surface because I didn't want to lose that school of dolphin. So I got him close to the boat and Charlie gapped him and brought him in. When you're fishing the spinner dolphin, the tuna are actually below them, following the dolphin, just kind of going along with them wherever they go. Woo! The biggest one so far, and we just got in them. Man, I don't know how clearly you guys saw that, but I saw it pretty clearly. That fish just came up and crushed that popper on the surface. There were so many of them jumping back there. That's the most exciting hit to see, in my opinion, is when a fish crushes a popper on topwater, man. It's just so awesome, especially a big yellowfin tuna like this that just comes all the way out of the water on it. Look at this fish. Oh my gosh. These fish are shaped like bullets. They lay all these fins down when they start cutting through the water. If you notice that there's a groove right here that fin lays down in, and that's what it does. This dorsal fin's already laid down right here. It's hard to even pop out, but right there's a groove for that big dorsal fin as well. That goes in, everything's there except for that tail kicking, and he's just guiding himself with these. And this is what it looks like when it's coming at you, except those fins are folded in. If you're a bait fish and you see this coming, you better watch out because you are gonna get eaten. Wow, we're gonna be eating good tonight. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, this is why I love Crocodile Bay Resort in Costa Rica. So we got set back up and pulled in front of the school of dolphin again, and we decided to throw poppers instead of putting the trolling lures out. There were a ton of tuna below that school of dolphin. So Luiza and I got on the back of the boat, and almost instantly she hooked up with a really nice tuna. Good job, Luiza!
Woo! Woo! That was awesome!
That was a heck of a hit,
It just came to the surface and crushed the Yo-Zuri popper. That was crazy!
Wow. I was right behind her. I made a couple pops, and then I ended up hooking up.
Yeah, boy!
Doubled up! These were definitely the biggest tuna of the day, and Luiza had a really, really big one on. Hers was much larger than mine. Tuna are a very strong fish. I mean, they are all muscle, solid muscle, very fast, very strong fish.
Just amazing to see all those spinner dolphins, and
oh, man,
you know if you find those spinner dolphins, you're always going to find a tuna, most likely.
That is a fact. That is one thing about a tuna. They are a backbreaker, especially when they get right below the boat like this. They just sit there and spin, like slowly coming up. And I'm trying to keep that head tilted up so that he's not pulling line out. That's what I like about this 20 to 40 class Airwave Elite, because it's got plenty of flex in the tip for casting. You feel things if you're going to be using it for different things. Like I even use the same rod for snook, but you can also bring it out here and catch big yellowfin tuna on it as well. It's got a lot of backbone, man. That's a strong rod. They build these rods right.
I'm already thinking about dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this will make you work up an appetite. And then the lines cross, and then we have to do our little tuna dance and go under and go over and mix around so our lines don't get tangled and crossed and cut. And then I saw my fish below the boat, and it's almost like it had a heart attack because I kind of lifted it up beside the boat, and then it just dropped down. All of a sudden, it just quit kicking and just gave up.
Captain Jimmy and Luiza have just doubled up on yellowfin tuna, casting poppers over a school of spinner dolphin. While Luiza's dives deeper, Captain Jimmy's has just surfaced.
So I gave one more good lift to that fish, and Charlie stuck it and pulled it in the boat. And that's what we got him on. Wow, what a nice fish. Whoo! Right after I pulled my fish in the boat, Luiza's fish ended up pulling the hook and getting away. Luiza handled it pretty well for fighting that fish as long as she did and having it get off.
All right, guys, so I had a really big yellowfin tuna on the other end of this line that you guys just saw like crush that popper, and it just came off after a long fight. So yes, I'm pretty upset, but we got enough tuna in the boat and it's been a great day. So check out Jimmy's tuna.
All right, and there's that big tuna that I just landed there on the Yo-Zuri bull popper. Luiza had one on as well on the hydro popper. Hers was even bigger than mine, and it shook the hook right below the boat, huh?
It did.
Yeah.
It was a good fight, though.
Yeah.
It was my workout for today, for sure.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
yes. It was an amazing day on the water to be able to catch roosterfish and tuna in the same day. And this again is a good look at that last tuna that just came in the boat. So we decided to go ahead and pack things up and head in and get ready for an eco tour. You can find black sand beaches up and down this entire coast with almost nobody on them at all. If you're a surfer, there's plenty of beaches for surfing. There's all kinds of breaks up and down this coast, lefts and rights. Again, there's beaches for fishing, surfing, diving, snorkeling, just laying out and getting a tan.
To experience the ultimate Costa Rican vacation, check out Crocodile Bay Resort at crocodilebay.com. For more fishing and diving action, follow along on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Captain Jimmy Nelson. Living the Dream with Captain Jimmy Nelson was brought to you by Salt Life. Live salty.